Okay, you can copy the link to that old-timey commercial. I think it's kind of cute, and send it to your customers, and then say, "Hey, I'm open. I'm still open. So come on, let's do this." All right. So Amy, I think the only one that's a phone number is Debbie Walder. Can you see everyone else? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. You guys, thank you so much for being on. I know that this is kind of a crazy time for everybody. And my first page here. And even Andrea and I were sharing back and forth on Voxer today, just her kids being home, her son's home from college, and just the juggling, the juggling, the juggling. And, you know, sometimes I think teenagers actually are harder than small children, because we all know that teenagers spell love, T-I-M-E, and they want your time, but they don't want you on top of them, but they kind of want you there, and yet they don't want you to tell them what to do, but they want to know that you're there. Oh my goodness. It's like, you know, because they're all basically psychos. So we all just pray for all the moms of teenagers. And isn't it amazing too, how they're saying, okay, the schools are closed and all this. And so all the moms are stressed out. On Good Morning America, they're like, all the moms are stressed out. All the moms are figuring out ways to work from home. All the moms, I mean, I'm sorry. I know that there are guys that stay home with their kids, and I think that that is fantabulous. But do you think maybe there's like a little imbalance here? Because I think it's because women can work from home and juggle the kids and still take care of the house and make sure everybody's alive at the end of the day. That's what we do, right? Proverbs woman. We make sure that everyone's alive at the end of the day. That's a high goal right now, guys. Okay, that's a good goal. Okay, so okay, one more just called in, and so you're going to have to figure that one out, Amy, and then add Zulema. Okay, so I want to go ahead and jump into our training tonight. We're going to be actually watching a video training because it's so stinking good and it's going viral, and we want you guys to watch it. It's 12 minutes long. You're going to be able to take notes. And then at the end of it, Andrea and I will take your questions and then give you your challenge and give you a little bit of extra instruction. But I just wanted to remind you guys that Monday, March 23rd is Customer Appreciation Night. So anyone since the last Customer Appreciation Night, which was February 24th, any hostesses you've had or any great customers. I realize hostesses might be a little bit tougher right now unless they're a ghost hostess or an online hostess, but anyone who's bought from you, submit their names to us and invite them to be on our Zoom video that night, because they could end up being our customer of the month. And if they're responsible for at least $500 in sales, they're going to get a roll-up bag as well. So that's really, really exciting. Okay, now every week we go over the 3 primary ways for you to team build. And guys, don't think that in this time of national crisis, as far as this virus scare, that you can't team build. This is actually a great time to team build. You know, in a down economy and a frightened economy, there are 3 things that still sell: tobacco, alcohol, and cosmetics. Take advantage. Just this morning, my husband and I were brainstorming, and he, you know, he is truly a Mary Kay husband, because he said, you've got to come up with a way to reach your customers on an emotional level. He said, it can't be, here's my special. It can't be support my business. It can't just, he said, it can be part of that, but it's really got to be emotional, because right now people are scared and they don't know what to do with these feelings. And we haven't had this much of an emotional, you know, overload since 9/11. Where the whole nation has had to come together in decision making and in working together as a team and not killing each other by the end of the day. So we kind of came up with some ideas, and I haven't quite tweaked this all the way. So if anybody's super creative, you might want to do it. He said, what are things that make women feel emotional, feel good about themselves, even if it's just 15 minutes? Now, this is my husband saying this. Can you tell he's been a Mary Kay husband for 21 years? So I pulled out the eye patches and I said, the eye patches are awesome. He goes, okay. I go, satin lips. Okay. The mask. He goes, okay. I said, I think what we should do is send them a picture of different products and say, you know, here's what you do. You go into a room without the children, you turn the lights down, you play this song, come up with a soft song, this song, put on your eye patches, put on your satin lips, put on your mask, you know, use charcoal mask, and then you're so scary the children won't bother you, right? Put on the music and just sit back and feel the joy that Mary Kay can bring you. Do you see the difference in that and saying, oh my gosh, I'm having specials in this time of crisis? Because that's really kind of what I did. I put out a sale to my customers and said, I went to the angle of, there's so many people trying to gouge us right now. Do y'all know that on Amazon right now, there are flushable wipes that are selling for $1,199 for one packet? And I clicked on it just to see if it was for real. And sure enough, it put that much in my cart. I very quickly deleted it out of my cart. But I'm telling you guys, there are people out there taking advantage right now. Now, I have to tell you a humorous way of how people take advantage. And I've got to get this video on Superstars, and if she'll give me permission, I'll do it. But Zulema Sauceda, I swear you made me laugh so hard, I almost peed my pants. She had posted a video of her, and she's got toilet paper, and she goes, look, I got toilet paper, make a purchase and you get a roll. So I mean, and I'm showing it to my husband, and he's like, you know, a sense of humor. Have a sense of humor. Stop being angry, have a sense of humor. And I said, well, and then he said, well, if we run out of toilet paper, we can always buy something from Zulema and she'll give us a roll. I just thought that was great. But think in terms of, how can you support people? How can you bring joy to their life? How can you make them feel relaxed in this very tense time? Because let me tell you what, in about 4 or 5 days, you're going to start seeing the moms on Facebook going, I am figuring out ways to kill my children. I'm trying to figure out, I know there's got to be a way, you know, because they're driving us cray-cray, okay? All right, so I'm just kidding. I'm not really saying they're going to try to kill their children, but the thought may cross their mind. So I just want to basically just tell you guys that you have choices in your business right now. And we're getting messages from our CEO, from our president of US Sales, saying this is the time that we rise. And y'all know that even when the Christians were being persecuted, after Christ's death, the Christians were being persecuted and they weren't allowed to meet in large groups. And so what did they do? They met in groups of 2 or 3. Now you might say, I don't even have people who want to meet in groups of 2 or 3. That's okay. Look what we have right now. I talked to my son today and he goes, you know what's crazy, Mom, is that this happens at a time where we can work from home. We can continue to make money. We can continue to support our families because we have the internet and we have video. And he, you know, he's doing all this work, learning this new job in Philadelphia. And he's like, we're not missing a beat. We're just not going into Philly. So you know what, guys, for such a time as this. So I want you to take heart and say, you know what, I'm a smart entrepreneur. I am a Proverbs woman. I can think outside the box. I can bless people and make them feel and look better. And I can bring joy to their life. And in doing so, you are going to be blessed tenfold. Y'all know whatever you put out in the lives of others comes back tenfold. Just this morning, and I know I'm talking about my family, but that's the only people I'm talking to right now. But Jules said, oh yeah, I'm at the gym and we're making videos. Now listen to this. At Jab's Gym, you have to buy a membership. Did I freeze or anything? Am I still good? I'm still good? Okay, because it's saying that my internet's unstable. I think it means I'm unstable, but I think it really means. So she said, okay, they buy a membership. So to keep people from dropping off their membership, because they like to come to Jabs and do the whole boxing thing, they're making videos that their members can watch at home. You guys, how can you start making videos? Now, what you're going to see in the video we're going to watch tonight is they are going to give you an option that if you're like, I don't want to make a video. I'm not Andrea. I'm not Zulema. I can't do that. You guys, I jumped on Facebook Live today with very little makeup and was about to pull my hair back in a ponytail, about to go work out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a video. I'm going to show them it is not that hard. You can do 10, 15 seconds of, hey, I'm here for you, I want to support you. Are you going stir crazy? Let me drop some samples off in your mailbox. You can spray them with Lysol and have a ball. Or I can drop the real product. Y'all know if you don't have samples, don't feel like you're left out. You can get snack baggies and with a pretty label, or you can cut out the words from the lookbook and tape it on top. So don't do it tacky, do it classy. But you can put a little label and you can stick it on there and say charcoal mask, enjoy. Moisture rich mask, enjoy. Y'all can do all that. And you don't have to order $500 worth of samples. I do not want you doing that. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to turn it over to Andrea because she's jumping at the bit. Okay, Dre, talk to her.
Oh, yay. Okay, first of all, guess what is in the Bible 365 times?
Fear not.
Fear not. In case you couldn't read my sign. Okay, so I think right now I want everybody to take 4 deep breaths with me. Are you ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. That's probably for me because I needed to almost restrain myself from killing my teenagers this morning and afternoon and evening. And it's not yet evening. But anyway, as they told me that they are so healthy that they don't need to worry and they can be with their friends because we're out of school. So I want you guys to know all of us are in it together, but we have, I mean, think about this. How long have we been rocking out our virtual training? Like, hallelujah, Joe and Dre are on to something that God laid on our heart in December, that we were going to go back to the basics. And for those of you who have been wise, we always say the wise ones are the ones that will be ahead. I just got to tell you, you are in such great positioning because you're set up and ready to rock and roll. I had 2 clients, just 2, email me today, $750 total. Now, I want you guys to know I have a full store. So I'm able to immediately send that to them. And we're going to tell you some ideas, but about making sure we can create some social influencing from those customers that are going to get their box and be able to take a picture and put it on Instagram. Apparently, you can't say IG because yeah, my son was like, no, you can't say IG. So I'm just going to share some of those little inside vernacular that's cool and hip. So it's Instagram, I was told when I tried to be cool. But anyway, I think IG is a great way to have your customers be the social influencer for you and to have them tag and put you as a reference or to create those little things. I also want to say 2 things here. Joanna triggered me. Be yourself. Don't be so afraid of the video. I was afraid, and I've been afraid of the whole video thing going viral for a long time. But I want you guys to know the reason you're so successful is because you're real. Women can say, oh my gosh, look at Christine. She juggles 5 children. She juggles a husband with 1 car, and she's doing Corral. If she can do it, I want to buy from her, I want to support her, but maybe I could do it too. And then you've got, women like Stacy, who's all over the place helping her mother who's elderly and trying to volunteer. Well, she does volunteers, there's no trying. And so people see you being real. You don't have to be, the model on the front of the lookbook, but to be able to say, hey, you guys, I've always struggled with this. Let me teach you what I've learned. That's what your customers want. And they're going to be more willing to share you because you're not trying to be something you're not. Can I get an amen for that? That was
amen.
Okay, another thing, plastic trays. Joe was just talking about use your plastic trays, for goodness sake. Squirt out what you would give somebody, hand it to them through the door, and then sit in your car and do a virtual. I did that yesterday. I'm like, fine, we can be 6 feet away. If you don't want me in their house, I'll sit outside, I'll instruct you. You can do it as a phone or a FaceTime, but there are so many ways. You don't have to have those supply things that, of course, when I ran out of plastic trays once, I remember at a party, I was like, improvise. And when you breathe, you can think. So make sure you keep your breathing. And I used aluminum foil, and all my trays were aluminum foil. And it was like, okay, I'm going to come out of this strong. And I sold a whole bunch of stuff, but I want you to know that we are all so brilliant, so creative. So with no further ado, I just want to tell you, as I quickly look at my notes here and tell you, Zulema's killing it. I mean, she got out there Saturday, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there was a recorded message, but I'm so proud of you for getting out, for being able to hand out samples to people. There are still so many people that are yearning for something to do. And Zulema is the one they're going to think of because she was at least in their space. Remember, we say every 6 weeks, we want to be in front of our customers' mail or our names because they'll remember about us. Well, now is the time not to be obnoxious and buy Mary Kay from me, giving them messages from your what you're skilled at. Are you skilled? I'll just talk about, I have nutrition. So I'm putting stuff that's nutrition oriented, just like Joanna said. Andy's so smart. Good catch, girl. And to be able to educate them, but say, oh, I'm so thankful I've got my Mary Kay face on. It makes me feel good in a time like this. So you're not being obnoxious, but people go, you know what? I need to dress up. I need to put on my face. I got to be good for my kids. I got to be positive. The world's going to feel doom and gloom, and I can be the shining light in the dark world. That is true for you, your customers, you guys. We are. I'm going to tell you right now, if you did not go to my Facebook page and watch Linda Tupin's, she's in Ameriti now, but she gave one of the best speeches. And I got to tell you, you staying connected. For my girls, cute little bracelet. If you think it's adorable, this is the bling gift this week just for staying connected. And I've got people that I'm logging. You being on tonight, we're doing some product giveaways. So let me just tell you, Jules is also in the field. And sorry, flip my notes. Sorry. She had a party change. And only 2 people showed up. Sorry, Joe, I didn't read this. Ask Jules. Jules, I should ask you what happened with your party and what did you do?
Hi. Okay. I didn't know I was talking. Sorry, I'm still in my gym clothes for making workout videos for my clients. So we ended up Friday with the craziness of COVID-19. And then also, we had terrible weather in Phoenix and Scottsdale. Like there was hail for 15 minutes and then a bunch of rain. And if you are familiar with Arizona, there's nowhere for the water to go. So everywhere it just floods. And so I ended up, you know what, I really didn't want people to have to be out driving at night and everything. So we went ahead and made it into a Zoom video. I only had 2 people end up showing, but you know what, it was fine. It was fun, had some sales, got to have some laughs and some talks. And following up with my mom, the biggest thing that I've learned, which, you know, she's been telling me this for a long time, but you have to figure things out for yourself sometimes, even if it's harder. When I was making those changes to the party, I was just texting people and they were replying like, yes, I'll absolutely do that. That's a great idea. But making those phone calls, making that contact is really where you're going to actually get those confirmations from.
And thank you, Jules. That was fabulous. You guys, Sephora and Ulta doesn't know anything about their customers. They don't know who just had a promotion, a daughter who had a baby. This is where we are going to be like doing this kind of quantum leap, especially now as you just reach out and say, hey, I was just thinking of your grandbaby. How many weeks is he or she? That is what is going to keep our doors open on our boutiques, our in-home boutiques, when all the other brick and mortar, there's going to be some huge changes after this. The repercussions are going to be very visible for brick and mortar. And that is why those companies right now are struggling to figure out how the heck can they be virtual. Well, if there's no connection, they are already 5 times behind. So stay connected, watch that video that we posted. And Joe, I know you've got a great training for tonight. So let's keep moving.
Thank you. And you guys, the director and me did come out and fuss at my consultant who did not make personal phone calls to her guests. She just texted, and She took the criticism very well, I have to say. That would not have happened 5 years ago that well. But I challenged her to call 10 customers before she did anything else fun on Saturday and make sure she reached at least 5 people. And she called me, gosh, probably less than 2 hours later and said, done. Guys, when you challenge yourself to do something or you have something disappointing happen and then you can come back with a challenge to yourself, do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. You see a sharp person or you think of somebody you want to contact, don't overanalyze it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. Don't even think about it. Okay, Alice? Go for it.
What was
Okay.
the challenge again? Tell everybody what you gave her as a challenge. Call 10 clients and what?
I said call 10 people. Call the people who didn't show up last night, but call 10 people and don't stop till you reach at least 5. And 3 of the people were actually at the gym. She was heading to Jabs to coach, and 3 of the people were there. And because of that challenge, she went ahead and talked to them and was like, okay, I missed you. And, it was a shame you weren't there. Y'all, you never say, well, only had 2 people show up. You say, oh my gosh, it would have been so perfect if you could have been there. And with these Facebook things, you guys, mass marketing, how many years have I said this? Mass marketing doesn't work. Mass information is like the sprinkling, the little bit of sprinkling of powdered sugar on the top, tippy top of a 10-tiered cake. You got to get down to the base of the cake where you're making the phone calls. The rest of it, it's not going to happen for you. Sending out a bunch of text messages, sending a bunch of e-cards, sending a bunch of emails, it's not going to happen. You got to make that contact. Okay, we are going to go into recognition and then our training. So first off, I'm so excited about our STAR consultants. Woo! I want you to start cheering like this for yourself if you are a STAR consultant. Come on, do the STAR dance. Do the STAR dance. Look at that. Jamie's doing the STAR dance. I know y'all's family going.
First time star. D
was first time star. Oh my
Aaron.
God. Aaron. Whoop, 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 whoop. So we have, I want y'all to know when your directors are stars too, but we have sapphires. We've got Amy, Zulema. Oh no, that's a whole different category. Sapphire, Stacy Swallows, Jamie, Boyard, Marcia Stevens, Maureen Koger, Amy Paul, Aaron and Dee and Sayonara, and then your directors, Terry Skill, Linda Mead, and then myself and Andrea both hit Pearl. The reason why we tell you that is not to compete with you, but we want you to know that your directors are working because so many of you are far, far away from us. And I want you to know that your directors are working. And we're holding appointments. Zulema, she'll box on me and say, I know you're so busy. I know you're so busy. I'm working on my Spanish accent. Y'all like it? But, she sees me working in the field. I mean, we are working in the field because we want to not only lead the way and show the way, but we are building our businesses as well. Those who are already jewelry winners in March, Amy Paul, Zulema Salceda, Linda Burns, she's Jones' brand new qualified team member. Terry Skill, Andrea, Vicky Starwalt finished her star. You guys, she is back in chemo. So 2 weeks out of every month, she is flat out on her back. And it's very hard for her to be on the videos anymore. She has to watch on Tuesday morning. So keep her in your prayers. But she said, I did it. I worked my tail off and I hit star. And of course, Sayonara. I'm so proud of you guys. That's like, you did it and then some, and then some. So I also want to recognize, let's jump down, our Queen of the Week. 15 points for being Queen of Sales for the week is Miss Amy Paul. Oh my gosh. Amy did over, I've got the list here, it's over somewhere, $800 in sales, you guys. And let me tell you what, she's been sick. She didn't even have a voice when I talked to her on Sunday. She's taking care of her brother's family because there's another baby being born and it's all this high risk stuff. She's taking care, I mean, her mom will tell you, Arlene will tell you, the girl is like, she's a rock star. Well, her mom, you can't see her mom now, she's on the phone. But I mean, she is absolutely, she's taking care of everyone in Maryland and West Virginia. I think the entire state, both states, and herself, and she still had over an $800 a week. Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. Okay, Queen of Sales, you go, girl. I'm so proud of you. Also, let's go down to turning in your weekly accomplishment. You get 5 points for that, and that is Jamie, Amy. I like how this rhymes. Jamie, Amy, Zulema, and Joan, Arlene, Mary, Ellen, Jules, and Debbie, Walter. So you all get points for turning in your weekly accomplishment by Sunday night. Really important you do that. Okay, let's jump. What I'm going to show you now is super duper duper important. And I am going to post the link, but I want you guys to watch this because it is amazing. And let's do a little share. And this is going viral everywhere. So let me get out of this one. Let me stop the share with this one and go with another. Why is it not letting me shrink this? There, I want to shrink it. Okay, we want that one to go away and we want this one. Okay, turn up your volume. It's amazing. It gets louder. It gets louder. Just give it a second.
With this, we are at a interesting moment in time. We are literally part of history. And, you know, I think sometimes when things like this happen with Happy Hour Nation, it can cause fear, it can cause panic, it can cause uncertainty. And so we just wanted to come on and equip you and empower you tonight. So I'm excited for you to hear from myself and some of my best girlfriends tonight. But this is what I wanted to start with. I wanted to introduce you guys to one of my new mentors. And if you are a mom or a grandma who has children under the age of 7 in your home, chances are you have the same mentor, and that is the troll from Frozen 2. So I actually asked my daughter Reagan to bring me her Elsa doll, and little did I know that her Elsa had warm fuzzies on her shoulder. And if you haven't been in Mary Kay for a long time, ask your director what a warm fuzzy was, but I thought that was a fun God week that Elsa had warm fuzzies. But the reason why I have Elsa with me is that in the movie, if you have not seen it, which by the way, it's streaming free on Disney Plus right now, which I'm so excited about. But the troll Elsa is at this this moment
Because I'm muted.
And if I have learned anything over my 15 years in Mary Kay, is that when I sit still and I do nothing, that can lead to a very scary place. But if I keep moving, that's how you achieve balance, right? Albert Einstein said that in order to achieve balance, life is like a bicycle, you have to keep moving. And so we have to keep moving. So I want to encourage you, as we're going over this tonight, start thinking that thought is, what is my next best thing? What is the next right thing for me and for my family? And so really that's how the Go Kit was born, is that there was a group of us, we were sitting here and going, okay, we don't know what's going to happen in 2 days. We don't know what's going to happen in 2 months. And that's the reality. And so we had to do what we do best. And what I know about the leaders, your leaders in Mary Kay, and you, is that we are some of the best innovators that I know. We are some of the best pivoters. That's one of my favorite words, is to pivot. And that means that when life throws you something, you don't stop and surrender. Like, you figure it out. Everything is figure outable. And so I'm seeing this moment of time as a really awesome opportunity for us to embrace something that a lot of us maybe have been resisting or uncertain of. I'm raising my hand. And that's taking our business more virtually and marrying that with how we connect, what we do in Mary Kay, what sets us apart, and how do we marry that? And so that's how the Facebook Go Kit was born. We pulled together some of the most brilliant sales directors who've been kicking butt in Facebook parties and selling virtual, as well as national sales directors. And I tried to count up the hours. I think in the last 3 days, we've spent over 30 hours preparing this. And so I'm so excited for you to have access to it. And so I just want to say thank you to that team. You'll see their faces in a little bit here as Lily goes through it. But I also just want to remind you that in Mary Kay, we are resilient. And you are going to see the most magical miracle stories come out of this season that we're in. From the people that chose to rise above and to keep going and to press through. And so I want to encourage you to do just that. So at the end of our session, we're going to give you the access link to the Facebook Go Kit. But for now, I want to turn it over to one of my really good friends, National Sales Director Lily Gautreaux, to go through the Facebook Go Kit.
Hey friends! Oh my gosh, well I am so incredibly excited and I am just going to dive right in. Okay, here we go. So this labor of love, I'm so grateful to have been able to be a part of it. So we're gonna go through it. It is adorable and the most useful thing on the planet. Okay, so I'm just gonna get confirmation that you guys can all see this. Yes, we can see it. Okay, here we go. So let's go through it. So we're starting out, and it just goes over a page, you guys, where it tells you that there's a lot of really detailed information in this packet, and it may not all apply to you. And so it's really, really important that you tailor this to your needs right now. So go to the table of contents and study it and use it as a guide, and just make sure that you don't get super caught up in too much learning and no application. So this is literally designed for you to learn and grow as you go. We also realize that some people require a lot of details and other people shut down with too much detail. So we have summary pages, and we have this table of content, so you really can figure out where you can play best. Okay, so moving on, we have some virtual basics, just some tips that you should know, some tips about lighting. There's some links in there. The Go Kit is in a PDF format, so you are able to actually click the links that are embedded, which is really awesome. We have some links for really inexpensive lighting, so you can look really professional. If you do not have any access to a ring light, or you have no capability to order one, make sure you're standing in front of a window and have natural light coming in. Your Wi-Fi connection is good. So there's some tips for you guys there on just basics if you're super new to working your business virtually. Then we have a customer page, which is so exciting, you guys. This is teaching you how to work on social media, how to work with your customer page that you already have. And it's teaching you daily interaction, ideas for posts, what you can do to get more interaction. And so check those out. There's themes for every single day to help you come up with posts. And then we'll also have a resource page at the very end of the Go Kit that's going to have Dropbox files, and you'll be able to click on those and get access to even more content if you're looking for that. So the customer page is really all about how are you interacting right now with your current customers in this climate, and some fun ideas for you. Okay, oh my gosh, so excited about these pages. So the next one is called the mini sesh. Okay, so the mini sesh is so fun, and they're ideas that you can do when you're going live. So you can do these in your customer group, you can do it on your Instagram story, you can do it on your Facebook feed. So this is a page just to inspire you to create content. Now, what I want to tell you guys is that this Go Kit is a living document, and this is what that means. We're going to keep adding to it. We wanted to create it as fast as we possibly could to get this content to you guys now, but we're also aware that there's probably many brilliant ideas out there that we can add to it, and some resources. So you might notice that some of the drop boxes on that resource page at the end are empty. And so this is where we need your help. I know so many of you are so creative in creating beautiful graphics and beautiful flyers. If you could make a generic version and go ahead and send it to your sales director, and they will get it to us. We will make sure to upload those drop boxes full of resources so that if you're not creative or you have no idea where to begin with creating a flyer, you have a ton of resources available. But the mini sesh is basically a really non-time consuming mini session, so 10 minutes or less, that you can do live. So maybe a quick contour or a quick brow tutorial. So we gave you guys some ideas on how to do a mini sesh. Okay. The next page is going to focus on generating referrals. Now, this brilliant idea, you guys, you will be incorporating as you're doing these virtual events, and you'll be asking your customers if they wouldn't mind sharing you on their Facebook wall post. So it's laid out beautifully for you guys there. We have a little graphic that will be in the resources under referrals that you guys can use. It's right here that says, "Girl, you'll love this," and it's so cute. And there's some tips on the right-hand side there that I really do want to bring attention to, you guys. Please check if someone has a beauty consultant. I feel like we don't even have to say this out loud, but I'm just going to say it anyway. We never sell to someone that has a consultant ever, period. We always do the right thing. We also never recruit someone who already has a beauty consultant. So with this process of generating referrals, you've got to make sure that you're vetting those people so that you are working your business ethically, okay? So some info on generating referrals is for you there. Okay, this next page is working with the customer delivery service. So let's say that you get a reorder from your customer and you're doing it like you normally would. What if you considered turning this into a virtual appointment? So you can check out a script there. We even have a little screenshot for you guys to see where the no-cost samplers are on the order when your customer places an order. So with every single order that you're gonna process through CDS, you can put in up to 2 free samples. And so those 2 free samples, if you're strategic about them, can turn into a virtual appointment. So thank you, Crystal Trojanowski and Cindy Shepa, for those ideas, you guys. More resources to come on that, but there's some scripts there. Oh, right there. Click here for full content script. There you are, right there. There's the link. You can literally click on it because this Go Kit is live. Okay, so I love that. Okay, the next section is on working without samples. Now, you guys, we want you to be able to work your business, whether you're doing customer delivery service, whether you want to stay in your house, whether you're working without any samples on hand, maybe you're waiting for your samples, whatever. So we are giving you every possibility to work your business. So no excuses. There is something here for everyone. So this working without samples is an incredible idea. That's called Shake Up Your Makeup. So we have a really awesome 12-minute video that you can watch, and there's also some scripts there for you. And obviously, always add something personal to your scripts, but we did provide some that we think are really, really awesome. So if you have no scripts or no samples, these 2 pages are so wonderful. Okay, I don't know if I'm going too fast or not, but I'm going to keep going. The next party type that you can do is like a QVC type party. Now, you guys, this is so exciting. Okay, the reason that this is so exciting is because if you have never gone live before, and maybe you're intimidated by the idea of going live and talking to your customers, this is so phenomenal. And the resource page is going to have a complete, detailed, every single thing that you post. But this is a party where all you do is copy, paste, post. Copy, paste, and post. Copy, paste, and post. So the customers are literally just reading and watching little videos that are professional from Mary Kay, and they're commenting and participating. This is a tried and true method that works. I do think anytime that your charisma and your personality and your face can be in front of your customers, that's going to be most ideal. But if that is just scaring the pants off you, check out this QVC type party. You need absolutely no samples. You don't even need to have your makeup on. You're just sitting there and you're typing and posting and copying and pasting. So it is an awesome, awesome idea that we're so grateful for. Okay, then we move into working with samples. Now, this is going to be probably the lengthiest process, and so we did create a summary sheet for you because we want to make sure that the people that are like, just give me the bullet points, okay, we're taking care of you. If you need more details, they're in here, so do not panic. So this is going to be where you're ordering samples from the company. You're ordering Miracle Set, charcoal mask, microdermabrasion samples to your house. They're coming in, you're making little party packs, and you're sending them to your customers, okay? And you're doing just like you would a skincare class, just like you would a skincare class, but you're doing it virtually through the computer. They have samples, they're trying it on, and you're walking them through it. So we're giving you here, what am I doing? What supplies do I need? We have links in here for you guys for like even the packaging stuff, where to order the Section 2 items. Everything is laid out for you step by step by step. We also have some booking scripts for you guys. And so how do you book existing leads? Private messaging all your Facebook friends, asking them, posting to your Facebook page or group. This is an awesome, awesome script, you guys, that is very relevant to what is going on in our society right now. Then we have more booking scripts. The pro tip, you guys, is anytime that you're posting on social media, use a graphic. We have some of these for you guys on the resource page. And so make sure that you're using graphics. Do not just post lengthy paragraphs. People do not read those, okay? So if you need booking scripts, there they are. Then we have your coaching script, which is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to explain this. Now, we are encouraging you to create a Google Doc, okay? Here's one that I have made. It took me, the Nationals were with me today when I made it, less than 10 minutes to make. It is super duper easy. Make a Google Doc. You can make it look exactly like mine if you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. We put it here so you can copy it. There is some questions here for you. We do encourage that if they are watching any sort of marketing video and answering any questions on that, you take a screenshot of those answers and you send it to your sales director so she can help you follow up. There's some scripts there for you, just about how to turn your session into a party. So let's say you have a customer that's like, yes, I want to do this. We have a script of how to make that into more people to increase your base count for the month, which is awesome. Okay, so it walks you through step by step by step what you're going to do. Okay, then we have the script for the actual party. Okay, now you guys, I did record a video today about the opening and the close of a virtual appointment. So if you are like, I need to hear you do it, I can't visualize this, you can click on that live link there and you'll be able to see me going over that. But there's a little script for you of how to open the class. Another tip that we have that I do want to mention, because I think this is really important, is have people comment and say, you know, if you know that you love a product, comment the name of the product and sold. And then that way you know exactly what people want and you can invoice them using Venmo or Square or whatever you choose to do. Okay. The execution of the party, you guys, this is so important. Do the normal thing. Do the normal thing. Do not make this bigger than it is. This is just a normal skincare class. It's just you sharing the Miracle Set, the Microderm, and the charcoal mask. So do what you would normally do. Ask questions, but instead of giving tickets, they're commenting. And so it's very, very similar. A really good tip, you guys, is to demo the products on your own face. Whether your customers have samples or not, it just makes it really engaging. They get to see and you can comment like, oh, it's feeling like this, or oh, this is what I love about it. And so it's really fun. When you're doing the charcoal mask on your clients, while it's drying, the wait time would be a perfect opportunity to tell them your Mary Kay story. Remember that anytime they ask questions, or they're commenting, it is getting them entries to win some free product. Okay, so remind them of that. And there's some suggestions there of exactly what you can say, what you thought about Mary Kay before you signed your beauty agreement, why you chose to get started, how Mary Kay has impacted you, and some ways that you've seen it impact other people. Okay, so that is going to be the execution of the party. Then we move on to closing out the party. What do you do? So we do have here, go over and post what you would normally use as a closing sheet. So if you are used to using a closing sheet, you're comfortable with that close, post it for them and do that close. The closer that you can keep it to the way that you do parties now, the higher your confidence will be. Okay, so there's some closing tips for you guys today, a little bit of a script there for you. Again, if you want to watch my close, go check out that video in a couple pages back, and I go over how I close my virtual appointments. Okay, then we have follow up and closing the sale, follow up and close up the sale. And so remember that this is going to be a little different because they're not right in front of you. And so now they're with their home, their kids, their life stuff is happening. And so you are going to be a professional reminder. Okay, so you're going to be on top of it. And so follow up 2 or 3 or 4 times to make sure that you figure out what she thought, if she wants to take anything home, if she wants to book a makeup session or a follow-up session, if she's interested in the opportunity. And so be assertive and check back in. So there are some tips for you on that. Okay, and then we have some after party tips where you can encourage her, and actually tell you guys this in my video also about how to get referrals during the appointment. If you didn't do it during the appointment, there's a script here where you ask people, would you be willing to post this on your social media page? And so make sure that after the party, you guys, you're staying connected with her. Follow her on Instagram, have her follow you back, add her to your customer group, be friends on Facebook, send her a thank you postcard, do whatever you can to interact with her as much as you can. And then finally, we have the resource page. So the resource page is going to have everything additional that you need, images, scripts, more detailed information that is referencing the things that we just went over in the packet, and they are done in sections, so it's not just all at once. You can click on it and find it very easily. There's also a Facebook group for you guys to join that's Mary Kay Content Creation, where you can find visually stunning free graphics created by Mary Kay Salesforce members. Okay, and so you guys, look at these faces. I want you to like take them in. This has been a labor of love. These people have responded, sent us their resources. They've been so go give. They've been willing to, like at random hours, really just brainchild this with us. And thank you, Leah, for putting this whole thing together and paving the way. You guys, I'm so excited. I really do believe that this is going to absolutely change the climate that we're in, and it's going to birth some excitement and joy. And I think of the looks on people's faces as you're able to offer them something so fun from home when a lot of people are losing hope. I'm so grateful that we get to be hope givers in Mary Kay, and I know that this is going to be such an awesome tool. So thank you to everyone that contributed to the content of this packet to make it possible.
Okay. So let me unmute Andrea. I know that y'all have, well, Andrea, I'm trying to unmute you. I think you have to unmute yourself. Oh. So
Okay.
this is the 3rd time I've watched it, and we're going to have the links on our Shy Family Superstars Facebook page. This is how I would love to see y'all look at this program. I would love to see you go ahead and print off the pages, follow along, watch it again and take notes, click on the links, and don't get overwhelmed by it. Just take it one step at a time. If you get stuck on something, call me, call Andrea, ask us, hey, how do I do this? Or I got confused or whatever. We are happy to help you. This is a learning process for all of us. But guys, this is going to be the way we are working our businesses for the next couple of weeks and maybe even longer. So let's embrace the change. Everybody embrace it. Let me see you embrace the change. Embrace the change, because if you're not moving forward, you are not just standing still, you're going backwards.
Sink or swim, baby. It's sink or swim time.
And, you know, we don't want you to freak out or anything, but just putting these packets together, like Andrea said, you know, fill the tray, hand it to them, put things in little baggies, do a sale, and as you're sending things out to people, put a note, say, I would love for you to be a virtual model, invite a few friends, take that commercial that I'm going to be posting on Facebook as well, send it to them and say, oh my gosh, aren't you glad you don't live in this world, that you have your Mary Kay consultant to walk alongside you? And let's embrace the change. And, you know, I want y'all to think of, you know, how many of y'all have had kids? How many of you have had kids? Okay. Were they anxious about starting kindergarten? Probably. You know, and even if they didn't tell you, there were probably some nerves when they were walking up to that school for the first time, or if preschool was their first experience with school. But you knew that change was going to do what? Help them grow, help them mature, help them move to the next level. And as we are helping our children mature and helping our loved ones get through all of this, this is how we're going to get through it. Is this virtual skincare class and makeovers. And some of you are already so good at it, so good at it. But you know what? It's not that big of a learning curve, because once you start playing with it, it's really kind of fun. And like today, when I just jumped on, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put on some lipstick and just jump on. And it was so funny because I had someone text me and they said, I never realized your eyes were so blue. I was like, thanks. I'm like, that's because it's always nighttime. I did it in the daylight in the window. So I'm like, yes, my eyes are blue like my daughter. So, or maybe hers are blue like mine. But we want to give y'all a challenge tonight. Your challenge every week since 1st of February has been 3 marketing shares, followed up with your director, 300 in sales, and 3 new faces. That may be a tough one. The marketing shares might be easy. The sales might be easy. The 3 new faces might be tough. So we're going to put a twist on it. So Andrea, tell them what our twist is going to be.
Oh,
be my twister.
Just as we were talking, and this is so exciting. Okay, so every single girl, woman, man, I don't care, it's virtual, right? Any client who does a virtual with you or a live appointment goes into the drawing for our brush. See the cute picture? It's going to be right now in your Facebook for our gift of the week. How fun. We're going to be, they can choose their own brush if they don't like this one, but this is the picture I just did. But how fun, just something for doing a virtual and being connected and letting us love on them. If we focus on letting us love on you in this time of isolation, this time of, you know, I want to be that hope and that pink light. I think that's really what we want to do, but that's what we're going to give away. Y'all excited about that? Really? I don't hear you. Okay, just kidding.
Okay, so you're going to book them and you're going to make sure that they do their face, but if they actually turn it into a live appointment, then you're going to get to earn a brush for them. Okay? And we're going to do that for you. All right? Are y'all good? Are you excited? Because everybody likes something free, right? If it's free, it's for me. So are you already thinking of people that you can contact and say, oh my gosh, I'm learning this new technique of running my business and I would love for you to be a virtual hostess or be a virtual model. And y'all know, you saw on my post from Allison Walwork, and now I've got 3 other young girls, like young, in their mid-20s, that are going to be posting virtual picture, you know, the virtual makeover pictures on Facebook. And you see, they can put things on their Facebook page and say, oh my gosh, this is the lipstick color that my consultant Joanna Shipe gave to me. Here's her link. We can't put that on our public Facebook page. They can. Okay? So got to be careful. Make sure you don't take anybody else's customer, and always ask, do you currently have a consultant? But if they say no, but I'd love to try these colors, great, I'm going to pop in the mail to you. That's it. Okay, we're gonna do, oh, sure, Dre, go ahead.
Okay, just thought of two things. Number one, if you want to do these and you have never set up a virtual way, you can create your own for free Zoom account. Now, just beware. Something came in about an hour ago. The Zoom will be inundated with people trying to do the same thing. So think about alternative. You have, of course, got FaceTime if you have an iPhone. There's Google Live, there's YouTube. You know, you can be creative. YouTube isn't quite the same live. Facebook. I just want to encourage you to set something up so that you have a way to move forward. You're not relying on us. Zoom is free. The other thing I just thought of is you can even, as you're doing these appointments, I just thought of the fact of, hey, Susie, what frustrates you about makeup techniques? Let's do a FaceTime. We'll be naked face together and I'll show you, I'll use my own Mary Kay and I'll show you how to do brows the way I do it. So she doesn't have to have products. She's just watching you put your makeup on for 5-10 minutes for that one, like they said, mini sesh.
And I just had Aubrey Barnett Matasius contact me last week. I think I told y'all this. She said, oh my gosh, I just saw the greatest YouTube video on Mary Kay. I want to try the skincare. She's 23. She's our senior pastor's granddaughter. She's the head of our women's ministry called Splendid now. That's some influence, guys, okay? So do the tutorials. And if you don't know how to do any of that, Zulema, I would love for you to be generous enough to to put on Shy Family Superstars the link to your Facebook page for your MK Power Girls so they can watch a few of your videos. You can always kick them off if they get obnoxious. Okay, all right, Amy's gonna do some on-time drawings. So, and Amelia is with her. We're unmuting you. Hey, doll, how are you?
Good.
You are so cute. We're so glad you're on.
Winner is Christine.
Christine is our first winner. Okay, I'm gonna put Christine's name on a prize. Okay, Amelia, draw another one.
Jamie.
Jamie, yay. Okay, Amelia, do you think we should do another one? Because you're doing such a good job. You're acting so grown up. Okay, all right, draw another one.
What name?
Oh, they froze. Say it again.
Stacy. Stacy.
Stacy. Okay, Stacy won a prize. Okay, I got one more. Amelia, let's do one more.
Okay, you say it out loud. Ready? What is it? Grandma.
Grandma. Grandma.
It said Arlene, and she's like, "What is that?"
Hey, Grandma. All right, those are our winners tonight. So you guys, thanks so much for being on. Can anybody tell me again what? Oh, okay. You need to talk about that, Andrea.
Okay, y'all. Can y'all just lift up Christine in your prayers? She is going to be going in for elective surgery tomorrow, and we just know it's all going to work out. She's having some challenges with family members being able to come and support the other kids and take care of them. But girlfriend, we just love you, okay? And we've got you in our prayers.
Okay, thanks. The power of prayer is just so strong, and continue to lift Vicki up and each other. Let's really lift up each other because it's tough. I know Debbie lost her mother a couple of weeks ago, and you know, we are dealing in a time of loss and fear and just a lot of stuff happening. And you know what? We can live in our pink world, in our pink bubble, and just have so much fun and have so much support. But the sisterhood means everything. And Zulema and I had so much fun on Saturday, and she was so cute. She kept saying, you know, you can leave if you want to. I can do this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a blast. Oh my gosh, I choose to be with you. It was so much fun. So let's just, let's reiterate again the challenge. The challenge is 3 marketing shares, 300 in sales minimum, and 3 new faces. And if they're going to be virtual, that's great. If they will do a virtual makeover with you, then they can get the brush of their choice, and the directors will be providing that as a gift. So you don't have
Isn't
to.
it drawing? I thought it was a drawing.
Okay, Andrea just said it's a drawing. Y'all know I don't care. I'll just give it to them. My love language is acts of service and gifts, and Andrea's love language is touch and affirmation. So you got to hug her, and she'll tell you how awesome you are. You just got to show up, and I'll give you something. All right, that's about it, you guys. Have an awesome evening. Who is going to do at least 3? You got to do 10 invitations to get 3, at least 3 virtual appointments of some type. At least 3. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do 3? I'm not seeing, Zulema, I'm not seeing you. No, you're doing 3, girl. You're doing 3, okay? You're going to have to invite 10 to get 3. I'm telling you right now. All right, and you can do a group, so that works out too. Okay, guys, you have an awesome evening. Let's make it happen. And hang in there, guys, okay? We're here for you. Hasta la vista.